Grayman Theory is a cult. It is a cult. I'm not saying there's not specific times when you would use Grayman Theory, but what I'm saying is it is this orthodoxy, it is this weird sociological phenomenon that is rooted more in trying to cuck young men and keep them down and tell them what they're allowed to wear than actual science. It's more of it's this weird, there's different motivations behind why it's being pushed. Some of you just don't have money to buy good equipment, so you wear regular clothing and you say, oh, I'm gray man. That's one group of gray men. Another group of gray men are FUDs. Another group of gray men are people like Bone Tactical that have an extreme strain of tactical autism. We could do an entire video on Bone Tactical's Grayman Theory. I actually have more respect for his version of it. At least he has some theory behind it, and it's based on his own life experiences. That his own life has been one of chaos and turmoil and adaptation to changing circumstances. So, but Grayman Theory is a cult in its present form. It is not an orthodoxy that you have to follow or you're going to die. You are not going to be killed if you walk around wearing 511 tactical pants all day, every day. I've been doing that most of my adult life and during my teenage life. As a matter of fact, if I'm ever in a bad neighborhood and somebody sees me, they typically think I'm an off-duty cop and they go the other way, right? As a matter of fact, if you have multiple people, you probably want them all dressed the same and you probably want them all looking tactically. If you see a group of people wearing olive drab green tactical clothing, they're all dressed identically and they're all kind of moving in the same direction, you think that this is military or law enforcement or something like that. You fill in the logical gaps. People have, their brains are conditioned to your own realities, your own experiences shape your biases. If you see a group of people, a group of guys, or guys, girls, all that, all dressed in olive drab green or camouflage, and they're all dressed either similarly or identically going down the road, that has a profound psychological effect. If this same group of people were dressed as civilians, that psychological effect would be diminished, right? If you live out in the country and you like having lots of pockets and you like clothing that dries fast, you could wear tactical stuff. I see guys around the woods out here all the time wearing tactical clothing. So this Grayman Theory is a cult. It's just another way that society is trying to control the minds of young men. They don't want us being badass. They don't want us dressing like warriors. They don't want us looking at each other and identify. If you're out in public, you see another guy dressed like that, there's kind of like a brotherhood. There's kind of like you're kind of signaling to the other guy that that's your lifestyle. It's just like the liberals have a million of these little things they do. Well, they'll wear a Palestinian shamag. That's why I stopped wearing shamags. I don't want people thinking I'm one of these kooky leftists. So there's a million little things we do to signal to other people that we're part of the same tribe and part of the same team. So this is the flip of the gray man. Like, you can identify your tribal identity and meet comrades and allies by not being gray man, right? Now, a lot of people have made comments on my tattoos. I don't want to make a video specifically showcasing my tattoos because YouTube won't like that. If they're incidental to the video and they accidentally show up in the video, I don't think YouTube would get mad. But if I literally just showed you my tattoos, I might get the video flagged. But my tattoos are very tribal, and a lot of them I got in prison, and they're meant to identify what team I'm on. That's what my tattoos symbolize to me. Right now, I'm wearing an InfoWars hoodie, right? And I don't totally love Alex Jones. I'm not a shill for Alex Jones, right? I don't like the legal system being used to bully people. And having had the legal system being used to bully me, I know what it's like. I personally know what it's like for the legal system to be used as a weapon to bully somebody over their political beliefs. I've actually lived through that before. Having lived through that, I cannot, with a clear conscience, not do something to help support Alex Jones. So I bought this hoodie. But what does this hoodie do? It signals, it's got the "Don't Tread on Me," the Gadsden flag snake on it. It has, it signals to people that I know about Alex Jones and that I've helped Alex Jones. It sends a signal as a conversation starter. And so it shows your tribal affiliation instead of you trying to hide in plain sight and play all these games. That's another thing. People can kind of tell who you are, right? People can already kind of tell. I mean, you can play games a little bit here and there, but especially when you live in a small town, people know who you are. They know who you represent, and you really want to cultivate that. And I don't think the Grayman Theory, this is for extremely unpermissive environments. We're not in an unpermissive environment. We're in our own town. Our main enemy statistically is going to be criminals, right? That's our main enemy. Statistically, your main enemy is going to be a criminal. And if you haven't already, look at my video about criminals. I did a whole video where I did like 9 types of criminals, and that's a good video. And I showed that the most common type of criminal is just a moocher. Is just a person that basically a person that mooches off of you, a person that doesn't reciprocate, a social parasite. That is the #1 type of criminal, right? And what they do isn't even always illegal. Sometimes it can cross the line into abuse and stuff like that, and fraud. But usually what they do isn't even technically illegal. That's the #1 type of so-called criminal you're going to run into. And what they're doing is criminal in the traditional sense. They're manipulating people, taking advantage of people. That's the #1 type of person you're going to run into. And the hard target philosophy of wearing, tactical clothing pretty much all the time. I wear tactical clothing pretty much 24/7. If it's not hunting clothing, athletic clothing, or tactical clothing, I just don't wear it. My entire wardrobe is either like Under Armour, tactical stuff, bathing suits, mesh shorts and stuff that I wear around the house so I can move around the house quickly and stuff like that. If it's not athletic or hunting clothing or tactical clothing, if it's not clothing that's very purpose driven, very performance based, I don't want it. If it's not comfortable, if it doesn't allow me to move quickly, if it doesn't have a bunch of pockets, if there's not some type of performance driven reason for me to wear it, I don't want to wear it. Because I subscribe to the ancient belief that the more a function and purpose something has, the more beautiful it is. That's why I think fat women are beautiful, because that fat is extra calories they have that will keep them from starving. And this is what the ancients believed. Like Paul Rubens painted pictures of fat girls. So muscle is sexy, fat is sexy. It's all sexy. It's flesh. Being big, either muscly or fat, preferably both. Tactical gear is sexy. Utility is value. Something that has utility has value. Something that has purpose. This backpack is sexy. I'm really tired of your comments that you don't back it up with any real arguments. This guy says he was a soldier, says he was in Iraq. Now, I want to ask him, did your rules of engagement allow you to shoot somebody just because they had a backpack on? I mean, come on. So, you're giving me these hypothetical scenarios of a highly skilled sniper is going to shoot me because he sees the type of backpack that he has on. If he has no rules of engagement whatsoever and he could just shoot me because of the backpack I'm wearing, then I don't think it matters what I'm wearing. He's probably willing to wage genocide and go ahead and shoot me just because I'm a white guy. Seriously. If he's willing to shoot me just because of the backpack I'm wearing, and then he has no rules of engagement whatsoever, and I'm not sure it would matter what I'm wearing, I think it'd be better just to be camouflaged so you could decrease the likelihood of being seen in general. So this is another video of me attacking Grayman Theory. I'm going to keep on doing it. Because this Grayman Theory stuff, it's not an orthodoxy. It's not some kind of thing that you have to do 100% of the time, 100%. It's just not. It just isn't. Police officers don't dress that way. Soldiers don't dress that way. Highly trained elite operators they don't like to look Okay, here's the deal. Highly trained elite operators may be more likely to use Grayman tactics in certain situations. They are highly trained elite operators. I am an autistic LARPer that lives out in the woods. I am not a highly trained operator. I am a dude that wants to defend my property and be left the hell alone. And I want to deter criminals. I'm not a highly trained operator in a non-permissive environment. I don't think I'm in a movie. I don't think I'm in a video game, contrary to what a lot of my critics say. So if I thought I was in some kind of movie, if I thought I was in some kind of video game, if I thought that my life was some kind of movie or video game, I probably would embrace the Grayman Theory more, because I would be under the delusion of grandeur that I'm some kind of important person and there's this van watching me everywhere. I mean, but I'm not. I'm not that important. You know, I'm an autistic 4chan shit poster, bro. That's really what I am. It's what I've been this whole time. I just got more balls than the majority of, you know, I got more nuts than the majority of autistic 4chan shit posters. But that's what I am. I'm a 4chan autistic shit poster. I'm one of those anonymous guys that took the Guy Fawkes mask off. That's what I am, bro. And so I'm not a Navy SEAL. I'm a Gravy SEAL. I am what I am, and I'm not trying to be something I'm not. And I'm not trying to wear a different disguise every day and go through all that. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna be who I am until the day I die, and that's it. And I have tattoos that advertise what I believe in. I'm not gonna ever be a gray man. And if that means that I'm gonna die, fuck it, I'll die a man. Jordan Jareb signing off.